Hi there and welcome to my 14.2 designing exercise program client 1. So my client profile, his name is Ellis Chapman, date of birth is the 5th of January 1992, medical background, operation on severely broken leg, prescribed codeine to help leg pain. Lifestyle details, he works in a call centre from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. His nutritional background is he has a lot of instant food when he's at work, and he also snacks a lot at work, but he does have his lunch. His barriers to exercise are that his right leg is very weak, which was the broken leg, and Ellis does not feel confident doing physical activity on it as of his current situation. His exercise interest, Ellis has been to the gym before and enjoys it. He would be interested in doing one-legged squats and other types of exercise that work just the one leg. So the targets that me and Ellis agreed is that by week 3 he could be able to play a 45-minute game of football without feeling worried or uncomfortable about his legs. So basically just gain some confidence in it so he's able to play football without having it in his head that it's weak, or that if he maybe does a certain movement in that football game then that he's going to hurt his leg. And the long-term target that we want to be achieving by week 6 is that he could play just a full 90-minute game of football, feeling confident and worry-free. So yeah, just play a full football match without being able to worry about it like everyone else. So week 1 of his sessions, and whenever I say one leg, that means his left leg, which is the weaker one. So Monday, we'll start off with a plyometric workout with the leg machine added to it. He'll start off with a warm up, which is just 2 minutes on the rower to get his blood pumping, and he'll do some mini hurdle hops to start off with. So he'll do 4 jumps over 4 hurdles, 3 sets of that, and then he can have up to a 6 minute break in between each one. He'll then do some one-legged squats with a 5 kilogram sandbag on his back, 3 sets of that, and 6 reps, and then up to a 5 minute break in between each one of those. Leg extension machine with just his one leg, so 20 kilogram weight, 12 reps of that, and he'll do 3 sets, and he can have up to a 5 minute break in between. For his cool down, we're going to do PNF stretches every week, just because it helps him stretch his leg out in positions that he would not be able to get to if he was doing it by himself. And we're just going to start off easy this week just to test and improve his strength. That's the reason I've chosen the exercises that are put in. For all the rest days, the reason the rest days are getting put in is because it could be harmful if we overload on his leg too much when it as weak as it is. So whenever he has rest days, that's simply because we don't want to be overloading the leg too much to the point that can actually cause harm to it, and would set the whole process backwards. The warm up of another plyometric session on the Wednesday of week 1 is 1.5 minutes on the treadmill with the pace set to 7, and then he'll start off after that jumps off the one leg distance across the gym boxes area. He'll do 8 jumps in total, 3 sets, and then he'll have up to a 5 minute break in between each one. He'll then move on to some one-legged lunges, and he'll be using a bench. For that, with a 5 kilogram dumbbell in each hand. He'll do 8 reps, 3 sets, and up to a 5 minute break in between. Again, the cool down's just going to consist of some PNF on the leg, just again because it helps him get those stretches in his leg that he wouldn't be able to do if he didn't have someone else like me there. This session consists of exercises that only use his left leg in order to strengthen it. So this is a session wholly based on the leg. Um, and we're not going to do this every week because we do want to avoid tedium kicking in, just so we can keep going at a good level throughout the whole 6 weeks. We'll then have 3 rest days for the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as it is just week 1. And Sunday he'll do a run with me, so I'll do it with him. We'll both do a 2K run with the treadmill speed set to 7. And if he feels he does need to stop and walk, he can, but obviously I'll be encouraging him to get going again as soon as he can. For the cool down, we are going to do some static stretches as it's after a run. So that'll be quadricep stretches, like putting your leg behind your back, and lunges and just simple static stretches like that. This is just to keep his fitness up whilst working his left leg, but not intent just here consciously. So it's not like he's actually lifting the weight or running to gain strength in his left leg. It's just again keep his aerobic fitness up, and he'll be working his left leg without even knowing it. So moving on to week 2, he is going to do another plyometric session on the Monday. Warm up with just 2 minutes on the rower, and that has changed to avoid the tedium kicking in. He'll start off with some lunge jumps. That's a new exercise again to avoid tedium. He'll do 12 reps of those because they are quite quick and you can get through them quickly. 3 sets of that, and then the break time between sets has now gone down just to up to a 4 minute. When I say up to a 4 minute, that means if he does feel that he can get going again before that 4 minutes time is up, he can. Um, and he'll then go on to hops over mini hurdles again, with the progression on the reps. So he's now gone up to 6. 3 sets of that, and again 4 minute break in between. There'll be a new exercise again to avoid tedium. 5 reps of that on hops onto a platform, and he'll actually do 4 sets of those because he's doing a small amount of reps, and up to a 4 minute break in between. He'll then do some one-legged squats, 7.5 kilogram sandbags, another progression, 8 reps of that, and then up to a 4 minute break in between. And because it has been another plyometric workout, we will do the PNF stretches as the cool down. This session has got a shorter time period in between sets compared to week 1. This is called progressive overload and will help his leg become stronger gradually and safely. He'll then have his usual 2 rest days in between, and then into another plyometric session on Thursday. He'll warm up with 1.5 minutes on the treadmill, speed set 7.5, so there is a progression. Jumps onto a platform, he'll do 10 reps of those, 3 sets, and he can have up to a 3 minute break in between. One-legged jumps onto the platform, he'll just do 8 reps of these as they can cause strain, so he won't do 10 like he did when he was using both. 3 sets of that and 4 minute break in between. He'll then also do some one-legged jumps, 6 reps of that, 3 sets, and up to a 4 minute break. And because it was a plyometric session, we'll do PNF. This session is mixed with some exercises using both legs and using just the left leg. This is so the pressure and strain is not always on the left leg, which helps to avoid injury. Saturday we'll do a run, and we will now go up to 2.5k run with the treadmill speed set 7. So the speed is the same, but the distance has improved to improve the muscular endurance of both of his legs, not just the left leg, because the other one does need to have work done to it as well. And then Sunday we'll add a new session in, which is the barbell squat session. So he's going to start off with the 10 kilogram barbell on his back, 6 reps, just one set of that, and a 5 minute break. He'll then go up to 14 kilogram barbell, 6 reps of that, and one set again, and then finish off with the 16 kilogram barbell, 6 reps and one set, and then that is that week done. So moving on to the halfway point, week 3, we'll do another plyometric session, warming up with 2 minutes on the treadmill, speed set 7.5. So that will now be constant, that treadmill, just because the warm up doesn't need to be progressed as much as the exercises are actually giving him benefits. He'll start off with some mini hurdle hops. He'll do 8 reps of those, 3 sets with a 3.5 minute break in between. So again, the break time in between all of the sets of this whole week has gone down just as a progression, so you get back into it quicker. He'll do some lunge jumps, 12 reps of those, 3 sets, and a 3.5 minute break in between. One-legged squats, 7 kilogram sandbag, 8 reps, 3 sets, again with a 3.5 minute break. It's going to have PNF as a cool down because it was a plyometric session. This session breaks are 30 seconds shorter than week 2's, which is more progression. The reason for this is that it will help his muscular endurance. Wednesday we're actually going to do a machine session, as it is beneficial, and again it's something different just to help avoid that tedium settling in. We'll warm up with 2 minutes on the cross trainer, and then straight away we'll go into leg extensions with just the one leg, so his left leg. We'll start off with a 23 kilogram weight, 12 reps of that, 3 sets, and a 3.5 minute break in between. And then we'll go on to the leg press. Start off light with a 30 kilogram weight, 8 reps, and 3.5 minute break in between again. He'll then do the lying leg curl machine to work the back of his legs now, 18 kilograms with that, 10 reps, and a 3.5 minute break. He'll then actually move on to the cables, 8.5 kilogram on each side, and he'll do squats, so his hands will be on his shoulders with the cables holding onto them. We'll do 8 reps of this, with a 3.5 in between. And we'll do some PNF stretches to cool him down, because it is just like doing a plyometric workout, just using different types of equipment. The reason I've chosen to use the machines this session is because it is harder to have such a bad technique on the machines than on free weights, or plyometric. Therefore, this session will be good to work with the exact muscles that we want to work with. So, with what that means is that when you're using machines, it's a lot easier to pinpoint those muscles that you want to work, maybe muscles that are harder to actually work when you're doing free weights. So this machine will be good just to pinpoint those muscles and work them individually. Friday's session is going to start off with the barbell squats again, so progressing on from week 2. We'll start off with a 14 kilogram barbell this time, 6 reps of that, 1 set, and a 4 minute break. We'll then go 2 kilograms up, 16 kilogram barbell, 6 reps, and one set of that with a 4 minute break. And then we'll lastly go up 2 more kilograms, 18 kilogram barbell, 6 reps, 1 set, and a 4 minute break. Sunday we will do the weekly run, weekly from week 2, and we'll do 3k on the treadmill, speed set to 7. So again, distance increase but speed the same. Walking is allowed, if very needed, and but for no longer than 45 seconds. So as soon as that's up, he'll have to start running again. We have progressed here like every other week by 0.5 on the treadmill. This is to see how his muscle endurance in his legs has improved from that week. So now moving on to week 4, we'll do a plyometric session on the Monday. 2 minutes on the rower just to warm up, with a one-legged squat, and then we'll move on to one-legged squat. Sorry, 7 kilogram sandbag, 10 reps of that. So the repetitions have gone up as a progression. 3 sets of that, and then we'll move on to the standing jumps with a 6 kilogram medicine ball. 6 reps, 3 sets with a 3 minute break in between. So the break time again has gone down in week 4. And then we'll move again onto the mini hurdle hops. The repetitions have now gone up to 10. 3 sets, 3 minute break in between, and I'll do 10 reps of those each set. He'll then do some hops onto the platform off his left leg, 10 reps, 3 sets, and a 3 minute break. And then to finish off, we'll do some more PNF. In this workout, I've increased the reps and have decreased the time in between sets. The reason for this is that it will increase the intensity, and therefore his leg muscles will strengthen as well as a progressive overload. So Thursday's plyometric session is going to start with 2 minutes of just running across the hall to raise his pulse. He'll then go into some one-legged jumps, 10 reps, 3 sets, and a 3 minute break in between. Then some lunge jumps. The reps have gone up as a progression, 15 reps, 3 sets, and a 3 minute break. Jumps onto the platform, 12 reps, 3 sets, and a 3 minute break in between. And then the squat medicine ball throws as a new exercise to avoid tedium. 10 reps, 3 sets, and a 3 minute break in between. And then again, we'll do some PNF as a cool down, some PNF stretches. This workout includes exercises he has already done, so he can do them to a good level, and it also includes a new exercise, so he's not going to get bored of doing the same things, or in other words, tedium will not kick in. Saturday, the run, a 3k run on the treadmill, the speed now set to 8 as a progression. Walking is allowed if needed, but only for 35 seconds maximum. In this week's run, I've kept the distance the same, but the speed and time between optional breaks I've made harder. This is to help increase his ability at running at the same distance.